Hello everyone, welcome back to Roll. I'm on a mission to make a giant lottery run work. I want to see stratospheric numbers, but we're going to need the shop to comply if we're going to do it. So we start as ever with our early purchasing of increased numbers just to get to our first shop upgrade more efficiently. I was saying that, if I didn't upgrade any of my faces, how many rolls would it be to get to a shop upgrade? Because normally it takes me down to like 275. Alright, way more. Way more is the answer. So it is worth buying these early shop upgrades. Good to know. And we will just go to new. Come on, you can do it. Right. Again. Starting with purchases. Not the best ones, but sure. So, early game, get the first 2 shop upgrades. Then, find an engine for building wealth. Then use that wealth to fund lottery purchases. Is basically the plan. So, first shop upgrade. What I want to see more of is the smaller lotteries, like 50% chance at 100 or a 25% chance at 400 or however they work out. 2279 rolls left after our first upgrade is not bad. Also want to see scavenger and that kind of stuff. Incrementer face, re-rollers, generic faces. I'll take a plus 10 for 327. Put that here on this one, so that becomes an 11 that is prime. We used that to our advantage yesterday. Otherwise, I just don't think incrementers or half incrementers are fast enough for what they do. So let's go for upgrade number 2. Completely forget how many rolls I typically have left at upgrade number 2. But there we have it. Right. No lottery stuff. 6 rerolls is not bad. 4x is not bad if we had a good number. This is another 11. I'm going to buy that straight away, put it on the 1 of the left-hand side dice. Add a face value to itself. Would be good if we had something big, but we don't. 4x of our tiny numbers doesn't seem super worthwhile yet either. 6 rerolls. It's only going to roll 1 dice once. Let's refresh the shop at this tier. See if there's anything else we want. 1 times adjacency multiplier I will take. We can put that on the center die. That's going to multiply the stuff on the 4 cardinal directions. And do we want 6 times 2 rerollers in the center so that that cardinal direction can impact all the exterior dice of it? It's very expensive. a lot of rolls, that. Then we'll go for shop upgrade. There's dice number 4. I didn't even consider buying 43 or 32 to just give us more value early. So let's buy those and put them on the top die before we refresh our shop. So we'll buy 43, put that there, then 32. Now, 43, as far as my brain can pull out of the ether, is prime. So I think I'm going to leave it, but I will add 32 to itself. Because an even number doubled will always be an even number, which will never be prime. Unless, yeah, because 1 is not an even number to start with to get you to 2. Right, with that all taken, we will take a free reroll. A clover is good if kind of without use currently. Double face multipliers. All single face multipliers will now target your 2 highest scoring dice. Single face adjacencies aren't going to work out for us either. Let's take a clover. Can't hurt to just start farming those. We'll stick it over here. Right, these are not the passives we want. Do we want to hunt for the passives we do want? There's a reasonable lottery face to start with. And I'm going to take the 4x and I'm going to put it on that 64 there for some more middle game wealth generation. We'll take the 5% at 2500 chance. That'll be our first lottery face of the day. No big passives for numbers lower than 13 or prime numbers yet or anything. So we're not generating a huge amount of wealth yet, but we haven't taken our last shop upgrade yet either, so that's fine. We'll stick this over here, so it's not on the same face as the clover. Then we don't have any weights, don't care about triples increasing. Let's go for one more reroll here. Right, I want 10% at 1,000. And I want replace the die face of your choice with an adjacent reroller. When rolled, this face will cause all orthogonally adjacent dice to be rerolled 3 times. I think we want that. And then if we put this on that middle one, we should almost have 3 rerolls always. So let's take 10% chance at 1,000. Stick that here. Then no 99s bonus I do want. 40,000 is a lot. Obviously we'll get there faster if the lotteries will pay out. But without the dots on to show us when a big blob appears, it's hard to tell when they are and when we're just ticking up normally. But already at fewer than 1,000 rerolls, I'm worried that we haven't built enough middle game wealth yet. That will help. Then 3 times adjacency rerollers. Stick that there. And then triple re-rollers in the center. Even though we already have double re-rolls on the center, I think triple re-rolls will be beneficial to re-roll everything else outside of that edge. Then let's go for our last shop upgrade. There's our last dice. Right. Reroll bonus. Yes. 1% lottery face. Yes. Start here. No, I should start with the reroll bonus, shouldn't I? It's not that much more money, but it's going to get us a lot of extra wealth because we're rerolling basically everything always. Or at least that center always, and then when we see the 3x on one of its rolls, everything else gets rolled. So we want that. We want this. Do we want 5 times adjacency rerollers in the center for adjacency value rather than adjacency rerolling? It's a great question. I don't know. Stick that there. Place the die face of your choice with an adjacency multiplier. When rolled, this face will have the value of all orthogonally adjacent numeric dice times the multiplier. Okay, so it's only numeric dice, not lottery faces, so less invested in that. Whenever a lottery face is rolled with an adjacent lottery faces on its left and right, the payout will be 10 times. Lottery failure reroll. Whenever a lottery face is not successful, it will be rerolled 2 additional times. Right, let's start building up our lottery faces through the 3 center dice then. Already down at 579 rolls though. Doesn't fill me with lots of hope. Last time we had prime numbers and numbers less than 13 generating heaps of wealth for us, but not so much this time. Right, I'll take lottery failure rerolls just because there is a chance that that center one doesn't roll onto its reroll everything adjacent yet. Then we'll take 3 in a row lottery. Could have done with the no weights reroll much earlier, but we'll take another lottery face. We do need to roll a couple of times to get to that. Right, you have 1, you have 1, and you have 1. So let's go here. Value of all prime faces increased by 500%. We must have some prime faces. Is it going to be worth the rolls to start building more value though? With only 300 rolls to go. There's a big payout. Wild adjacencies, we have no wilds. Yahtzees. There's a lottery. Passive hunter. Whenever you purchase a passive ability, receive 2 free shop rerolls. If we could have had that first, that would have been incredible. I think what I'm going to do is just kind of race through this, because I don't think we're going to be setting any records right now. And we'll just jump straight into another attempt. I don't think this is going to be the one, looking at how few rolls we have left and how little wealth we've built. I need to stop neglecting putting lottery faces on this center dice so that we can have more likely to get 3 across. We don't have any weights. That gets us more rerolls. Values less than 13 we doubled. There's 100 on a 50. That's what we want to see. By this as well. It'd be interesting if suddenly in the last 100 rolls everything just popped off. Right, so you've got 3 there, 2 here, 2 there. Let's get you a 3rd. Don't care about that. Got those. Heavyweight bonus. Numbers less than 13 get 1000% boost. How are our dice looking for numbers less than 13? Still pretty good, because this 6 would be worth 600 and so on and so forth. But 400 Earth, it's probably not that far out of reach, right? I guess we need big lottery payouts to get that to resolve. 119 rolls left. When you have less than 6 dice, the value of all dice will be increased by 500%. That we definitely want for any of our lotteries that are going to pay out to be worth 5 times as much. But we're going to get to the end of our rerolls here, having not seen the things we need to see, like top 3. Top 3 out of 5 would have been great a long time ago. Numbers increase, die quantity multipliers. We're so close. So when we're getting 3 lottery faces across the center, although with the rerolls it's going to be hard to see that happening, how much is it paying out? We will never know. So you've got 4 there, 1, 2, 3 there, 3 there. Because what's the passive I'm thinking about here? It's this thing. Whenever a lottery face is rolled, with adjacent lottery faces on its left and right, it will pay out 10 times the amount if successful. Okay, so the thing I've not been considering about this, the thing I will take a moment to learn now. Additionally, you can now attach face multipliers to lottery faces. Well, that I had been completely ignoring. But also, it's only the one in the middle that gets the 10x the payout, not the one on the left or the right. So we want the big lottery stuff on the center dice. These are the things we learn. Runs, die quantity single faces, avoid would probably have been good a long time ago. We'll stick that here. Yahtzees, reroll bonuses times 100%. Yes, please, and thank you. So, just for clarification, 5x of a dice we can now put on 1% in 77,000, and then that will be times 5 when it crops up. So, definitely worth remembering. So, good learning done, but not the absolute wealth of stuff going on that we needed. Numeric bonuses, definitely not. 1% on 77,777. But we've learnt a lot. And as ever, as with every game that I ever play, I should read the things that I'm looking at more often. So let's take a look at that for a second. So, because none of these paid out, or at least 50% lottery success equals 100 times 2, void plus 500%, less than 6 dice bonus plus 200%, no 99s bonus plus 300%, no weight bonus times 10, top 3 dice multiplier times 3, factor 18 multiplier result, 432,000. And then they didn't pay out, so they don't get anything extra for being on the row of 3. Was I about to buy something, or just re-roll? So there is hope for this obnoxious strategy. We just need the right passives at the right time. Alright, I'm just going to roll down now. He says, still buying stuff. It's a compulsion. You can't not buy things. Not when you've got 17 million in the bank. Yeah, there were some passives here that we needed that we never got. That's for sure. We basically need to be at this stage, kind of 800 rolls ago, which is asking a lot. I totally understand. Alright, roll me down. So that's 5 billion. Not great, but here's what I'm going to do. Rather than waiting for tomorrow's video, we're going to try again. I will pause through the early game and catch up with you when we have middle game going really well. Alright, so here's a jump cut for you and what's possibly many hours of work for me. Alright, we're back, sports fans. So, we have just done our 3rd shop upgrade, which means we are at the beginning of the passives arriving. And we have fewer than 6 dice bonus. While you have less than 6 dice, the value of all dice will be increased by 300%. So that's going to be really good for driving some early value. And we also have 500% of lottery value and our first lottery face and a void face. So we've got lots going on here. I'll show you what we're working with. I used the early shop value increases to make these 7s in case we get the 7 passive later. These 2 dice are plain, and over here I bought a 37 and I put up times 4 on it just to try and build a little bit of wealth. So, first thing we're going to want is probably the 300% for fewer than 6 dice, because that is going to give us a huge amount of extra wealth right now. Even if it's going to use up a chunk of our rolls to get it. How big a chunk? Another 3,000? That's fine. I can deal with that just about. So now we're going to be generating wealth 4 times as fast? 4 times as fast, because the first 100% is free, then 300% more gets 400% total, I think. This we're going to want to buy last out of this batch, because it's not going to have an impact immediately. So let's get our first lottery face multiplier. There you can see we're building wealth way faster now. And I'm going to stick this here for now. Then a void. Replace the die face of your choice with a void. When rolled, this face will have no value. When this face is not rolled, it multiplies the value of the rolled face by 2, consumes all existing weights. We probably want that. We probably want that on the die on the right hand side with the 37 times 4 on it. So whenever that 37 appears, it'll be worth twice as much. And then obviously we can populate that with other stuff down the line. Then we'll take a 5x, put that somewhere just so that we can put lottery face on that when we have the correct passives later. So for right now, I guess we're just going to put it on a 6, which seems really crummy, but you do what you have to. Then we'll get our 500% lottery bonus. Unlikely to pay out for anything immediately, given we only have the one lottery face over here. But if we can springboard off of this start, everything will be great. Right, I think time for our last shop upgrade. Dice number 5. Reroll there. All numeric values with less than 13 will be rerolled an additional time. Another lottery face. We don't currently have any re-rolling capability, so I think this is going to be worthwhile because it's going to basically almost entirely roll everything twice, which will increase the value of each roll by 2. We want more lottery faces, of course. In fact, what I'm going to do before purchasing that is this 93 here. I'm going to stick down here on this times 5 because our bonus is for having 6 or fewer dice, not just for having numbers that are smaller than 13. Then we do want this. That I'm going to put here. I feel like I should be putting these 5x's in a lot more places now. Because we can't currently put them on lottery faces. It won't be allowed. But later on, I think it will be. Which will be interesting. I'll stick it here on a 7. Don't want this. Don't want that. Don't want any more of those things. So we'll take a free reroll. Factor 18 multiplier we definitely want. That's going to be big for us with only 5 dice. So that sorts us out for a lot of our early game wealth earning. Yahtzees we don't care about. Adjacency multiplier times 5 could be worthwhile in the center early. And now we just want the lottery faces, the passives. I'll take a 10x and put it somewhere. It's not too many rolls to afford those now. I will stick it here and then buy this 28 and put that on it. Then re-rolling. Triples, combined face multipliers. These are not the passives I want. Add previous roll to roll, we definitely want, and no weights reroll we definitely want, because we have no weights, so that will sort us out for all of our rerolling related benefits for the entire run. How many rolls is it going to be to get to 500,000 now? Not too many. 849 rolls left is a reasonable amount. There's a lottery face. Numbers divisible by 5. Primes. We don't need more rerolls. So we'll take our lottery face. I feel like these types of lottery faces are far more prevalent. The 20% times a quarter or 10% times a half of everything, rather than the types that I really want. Yahtzees times 1000%. Top 3 we definitely want. Top 3 being worth 10 and then 2 being worth nothing is perfect. All other dice will have the result cut in half, even better than being worth nothing. There's our lucky 7s. We definitely want that because we kept 7s in the center to be orthogonally adjacent to other things. Now we just want lottery faces, passives that benefit us. But these aren't it. There's a lottery face. Let's stick that. Is it worth having more of these on one dice? Replaces a face of your choice with a lottery face. When rolled, this face has no value but has a % chance to be worth all dice times the multiplier. This does not apply to wilds or faces which multiply the entire roll. This effect occurs after all bonuses are applied. I'm just going to stick it up here because I want it to be able to be adjacent to a 7. Triples I don't need, Yahtzees we don't need, adjacency multipliers we don't need. There's a lottery face. Run rerolls as a clover. That's good. Let's get that clover immediately because it's so close to how much we have. And I think down here is the perfect place for it because it doesn't have to be adjacent. Replaces a die face of your choice with a 4-leaf clover. When rolled, all lottery faces will have percentage added to their success. And we'll take one of these. So I think a 20% chance comes a 30% chance, which is good. It might even be worth putting glue on the clover face. That seems like a great idea. When we have triple rerolls, whenever we don't have weights, I believe. So how are we doing? Lucky 7s. Top 3 are multiplied by 10, everything else is halved. We have no weight, so everything is rerolled 3 additional times. Whenever a die is rerolled, the immediately preceding roll is added to the roll result. We have everything times 3. Everything less than 13 will be rerolled, that's redundant now. Lottery bonuses are worth 500 extra %, and everything is worth 300 extra % because we have less than 6 dice. So, do we want any else of this? I don't think so. There's some more lottery faces that we want to see. I'm going to stick this. Where am I going to stick this? Here. And then we want that. And that's going to go there. Don't want anything else. Don't need this. don't need... Die divisible by 5, increase by 100%. We just have 5, 5, 5, 5. We have 4 5s around the place, but those are the only die that will benefit from that. And one of them is on a die with glue. If I can get this in like one roll, I'll do it. Basically I can. 2 rolls. 2 rolls is basically 1 roll. That's how that works. Right, there's another lottery face. Adjacency multiplier times 5. Numeric bonus, non-standard multiples. Upon purchase, non-standard dice can receive the effects of doubles, triples, and Yahtzee bonuses. We don't have any of those bonuses yet. And we don't really have anything that we're likely to roll repeatedly across doubles or triples, apart from 20 times a quarter. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take another 5x and put it in the center as well. Then we can't put these on lottery faces yet, can we? Or we can, because we have lucky clovers. Where do we want it? 20% times a quarter? No, we can't yet. Alright, let's not do that then. Take our free reroll, because we don't... We could take this, but it's not going to be that applicable. Numeric bonus we definitely don't want. Attached multiplier stacks. Prime values are rerolled. We don't need more rerolls. We could put another adjacency reroller in the center just to kind of be assured that that's what we're going to get. Either one of those or a 7 on every roll. No 99s. We do not have any 99s. So we'll take that. Lacking lottery passives and 77,000 lottos though. Rolls, attached stack multipliers, wilds. Something could be said about getting some good wilds going. I'm not sure entirely where I would put them currently, but probably up here. $777 rolls left. There's a bunch of lottery stuff. Right, let's take these guys. And where are we putting them? I'm going to get rid of this 37 times 4. And that one allowed its multiplier to stay around. Because that's now still times 4. So, should I swap this one with times 5? Then we'll stick this up here for now. No, here for now. There's more glue. I'm not sure that's necessarily what I want right now. Four-leaf clovers that are orthogonally adjacent to a numeric 7 or 77 are worth 777 points. Lottery faces that are orthogonally adjacent to a 7 or a 77 are twice as likely to be successful. So we want to keep those 7s in the center. Now, would making all of this be 7s be worth more than having everything be times 5? I don't think so. I think 5 times something is worth more than twice the likelihood of it happening. We don't need more rerolls. Do I want glue on the 77777 on the left? I think I do. Does that mean I should try and get glue on the one on the right? Because I think you can have glue with a void face, you just can't have weights with a void face, right? Single set of a kind. Lottery bonus plus 800%. Absolutely. Let's start with a glue. We will glue this down. Then I'll take one of these. Put that on just any old non-lottery face. Then we want the 800% lottery bonus passive. That was a massive roll. That was huge. How did we do that? Those were all worth 0. That's worth not very much. So this last roll here, we had 2 successes on this dice, each worth 335 million. And that's another worth 335 million. And some loose change. So that gets us to 1 billion on that one. So we'll buy this. Whenever you roll a single Yahtzee, triple or double, gain the bonus percentage. I'm going to buy this because I think it might work with our glued... Does it have to be numeric faces? Oh, we don't have... I don't think I bought the non-numeric face multipliers one, but we'll buy that for now anyway. And everything just got super expensive because of how much cash we have, which is sad. But I want more lottery faces. I want them everywhere. Don't want that. Don't want that, I think. What are we getting for having fewer than 6 dice right now? 300% value. And nothing else? If less than 6 dice, the value of all dice will be increased by 300%. So we would need 3 times as many dice to be getting the benefit of this. When we can add a lotto die, we can't add heaps of lotto die, so I don't think that's going to work out. So we're re-rolling. There's some good bonuses and stuff right there. We'll take a 50% chance of 100. Stick that there. Then 1% of 77,000, etc. We'll stick that here. Then we want the no 99s bonus, for sure. That's a good roll. Nothing else I think we want. Another big roll. Doubles, reroll, divisible by 5, rolled again. Glue. Where do I want glue? Probably here, right? And I don't know if I want glue on the 7s in the centre or one of the 7s in the centre or not. It's one of those turning points where I'm not sure if... Go to my dice. There we go. So these are currently providing 5 times the result on its outside when they're rolled. Whereas when we roll a 7... Lottery faces that are orthogonally adjacent to a 7 or a 77 are twice as likely to be successful. 10% lottery face with 2 adjacent 7s or 77s and 3 clovers will have a 55% chance. So we're giving the 77,777 an extra 1%, and then a face with a clover is giving it an extra 50% on top of that. So I don't know if I want to glue this 7 here. Let's do it. Let's see how this goes. Then what I'll probably do is start altering the other faces on that die into lottery faces. There's a free reroll. We want this. Where do we want it? Probably here. Or here. And now we need things like rigged machine and stuff. And more rerolls, because the lack of rerolls now is killer. At the incredible cost that they are. Yahtzee rerolls. Question mark bonuses. Let's take a 10x, if we can even begin to afford those. Because we want 10x's on our lottery faces. More lottery faces first, though. So we can get 10x on our 777 glued faces. That seems wise. See, I can't put it there, but these ones have them. I guess they kind of just inherited the ones that were there before. So we'll pass on that then. Get my refund. Void face we probably want. Shop refresh adder is not really the extra I was looking for. I will give up one of these here. I'll give up the 10% chance one. These just aren't the things we need. Somewhere there's going to be the run where everything will align perfectly. But until then, I'm just going to have to sit in very mild frustration at the random number generator not giving me the things I want. Rerolls, triples reroll. We don't have non-standard triples though. And this reroll was so expensive, even through 100 rolls, we didn't manage to afford it. So I think that's going to be the death nail in the coffin. Numbers less than 13. Another really basic lottery face. Alas, today is not our day. But when it pops off, it's going to be beautiful. And I guess every time that we fail to get there now, it's going to make it so much sweeter when we do get that perfect storm. $38 billion for a reroll. Of course, we get one free at every 100. Rerolls worth 50% more, absolutely. If we can ever afford it. Which we might not. Alright, I think that's all she wrote. We'll get one more free reroll. There's the non-standard multiples we wish we'd have picked up a long time ago. Another lottery face for 21 billion. We're not going to afford that in 100 rolls, I don't think, so we'll just roll down now. We tried twice today. Did not get there. Someday we'll get that perfect storm. Our survey says 31 billion. Alright, well, thank you ever so much for joining me today, guys. I appreciate it immensely that you would offer your eyeballs up to me. Thank you ever so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.